Well, good morning, good afternoon. For those of you that are in that time zone, good evening. Um, I just want to catch everybody up on what's been going on between me and this person that I named in my last video. For those of you that actually saw the video, I have not been contacted in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I am still seeing the um, the pop-ups come up on my iPad for Duo. Since my iPad is dead, I refuse to charge it. So therefore, at this moment, I don't know what it's doing. I don't know what it's receiving. But I will say this: when I block you on every form of social media, I use my phone to block you. I use my voicemail app to block you. That's how you know I'm done. But the back of this chair is just a drop too high. But I definitely want to touch on a different subject. And this is something that I've gone through years ago, personally. It it's a form of emotional depression that I got a touch of yesterday afternoon. And I literally had to pull myself out of it. I didn't say anything to any one person. I tried to go on as normal as possible, but I eventually pulled myself out of it. But I do want to make this clear. Depression has many forms. Depression has many faces. And for each individual, depression is different depending on how they handle it. Some self medicate, some can pull themselves out of it quickly, but there are those few, I wouldn't say few, I would say the others that are in my situation. You can't pull yourself out of it all the time. And then there are those cases where, you're stuck in it for days, weeks, months at a time. And that's okay. That does happen. But what I've learned personally for me, stop self medicating. Stop running from it. Stop trying to hide from it. Because no matter what you do, that issue or the situation is going to be right there when you recover from the previous night or day. It's not something that should be taken lightly because with the different forms of depression mixed with emotions, that can cause you to do a lot of things that you normally wouldn't do. So, if you are going through depression, and I'm not going to say, call a therapist or seek medical attention, you're perfectly fine. Depression comes and goes. But what I will say is this: if you have one person that you can run to or confide in or just get loving concern and advice on how to fix the situation or how to address the situation, go to that person first. And I say that because I didn't. I internalized everything. And this was going on for about 3 to 4 years. And the more it went on, the less I had control. I would lash out at many people, even though it wasn't for them. I shut people out. I just, the way I would react was uncalled for. All I had to do was open my mouth. And I didn't. So now at 32, in which I started dealing more with what was going on towards the end of me being 31. So I'm no expert. I'm no guru. I used to self-medicate. I don't anymore. I found other things to focus on. The only thing I focus on that I will allow to be my world is me. Yes, I do have friends in a roundabout way, but I don't consider them friends. They are associates to me. And I say that because I lost trust in them. I no longer trust them. Not with my spoken word, not with a text, not with anything. If they told me that the earth was turning upside down and the sky was purple, I wouldn't believe it. I would literally get up, walk outside my door, and look. Because that's how little I trust them. But self-medicating, it seems okay, fun, exciting in the beginning. But later on, in your sober time, you start to see that it becomes a dependency issue. Just like prescribed medication, it's no different. It is no different. But turn your focus and attention onto yourself. Don't ever let anybody tell you who you are, what you are, how you feel, or what you should feel, or how you should think. Never. Do not let anyone ever do that to you. I've been down that road. And I think what caused this mess some years ago, it started when I was 23. And I'm not going to go into too much detail, but there was a person I thought was my friend. And that turned ugly real quick. I didn't even stop to think that it would ever go south like that. But it did. I didn't say one word to anybody. Not one word. And I was carrying that by myself. Because me being 23, being an adult, I felt the need to internalize everything. The loss of my grandmother, that incident, and other things that came after that. I felt the need to internalize it like it was solely my issue. And to be honest, I didn't know how to say anything. I legit did not know how to say anything. But what I will say, if you can't form a situation into words, just start writing. Just start writing. And I speak from experience. I used to write a lot. I would just write. Then as I got older, I was in high school. I started typing everything. It was just, no matter how big or how small it was, I would start typing. I would type so much, I started typing in my sleep. And that's what I had to do to get everything out, to deal with it. Um, I had a best friend and we went through high school together. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he's still alive. I don't know if he's dead. I don't know. And at first I blamed myself because I thought it was my fault. But during our communication, I feel like I tried to stop what he was doing, which of course was not healthy for him. It was lethal. Now I pray that he is alive and well. I don't know how to reach him. I don't know how to find him. I've tried my sources. I've tried other resources. And it's like he literally legit fell off the earth. I used to think it was my fault. But now, I mean, he's older than me. He's always been older than me. But we're adults. No ifs, no ands, no buts. Because of the way the world works, well, not the world, but I know the U.S. and other surrounding countries, say you're an adult when you turn 18. Some are adults when they turn 21. Now, do I believe that for certain people? No. Because 18, you're still in your teenage years. 18, 19, and then you turn 20. We all know this. But some do not mentally mature with their age. I've seen it firsthand. I've seen it. It's just like back to back. It's a rampant thing now. And all you're able to do is have a full license, buy cigarettes, and buy drinks. But mentally, that capacity is not there to say, oh, I'm an adult now. Why that is, I don't know. I don't know if it's just scared to grow up and face reality, or if they're just not willing to give it a try. Just because you have your own car does not mean you're an adult. Just because you have your own place, a job, and your own car, it does not mean you're an adult. It's a mental state of mind that you have to be in to fully grasp the adult life. Going out every day of the week and you have to work the next day, that is stupid, immature, and irresponsible. That is something I did when I was 18. I'm now 32. The last time I saw the inside of a club or even a club parking lot, I was, I think, either 29, no, I was 30. That's the last time I saw the inside of a club. I'm 32. Being in a club, it does nothing for me. But now I work. I don't want to be in a club. I don't want to be near a club. I don't want the loud noise. I don't want to feel the bass. I don't want to be around people that cannot control themselves when they drink. I can't. It's annoying to me. It is annoying, it is frustrating, and it gets on my nerves. But yet you claim to be such an adult, yet you go out to a public entity. You go to a public function and you act a stone fool because you don't know how to monitor yourself and know your limits. But yet, these same people want to scream, I'm an adult, then act like one. You have kids, you have a job, you have financial responsibilities that you just don't adhere to. You want to go out with the friends that don't have kids, that don't have jobs, and you want to act and do exactly what they do. That's not being an adult. Now, I do understand of, having some time to yourself, having you time, or just having that one night where you just go out and just say, you know what, I've earned this, I deserve it, I'm going out. But for that every day I have to go out, every night I have to be intoxicated, no, it's not okay for me. So I'm not trying to throw shade, I'm not trying to point the finger, but I know many people that do that. And they always want to call in sick because you spent 5 hours the night before drinking until you passed out and puked on yourself. Yep, you're responsible. But you know good and well that you had to work the next day. You know good and well you have rent to pay, bills to pay, car to pay for, food to buy. But instead, what do you do to continue making your money? You call in sick. You're not sick, you're irresponsible. That's what you are. There's no other way to put it. I'm not going to sit and sugarcoat, beat around the bush, hold your hand. No, that's not me at all. I don't know how to sugarcoat. I don't know how to bite my tongue. I am who I am. And like our Fifth Amendment, I believe it is, freedom of speech, but don't quote me on that, go look it up. Um, there's a lot of things that I see going on. Tax time. You get your tax money back. You've got 3 kids. You have no car, but you have an apartment. So what do? You take the tax return and go purchase a brand new car, not knowing or remembering that once that tax money is gone, you have to continue to pay that car note. You have to continue to pay the maintenance on it. You have to continue to pay for gas. You have to continue to pay insurance. But you ran out and got the sleekest, fastest new car that you could afford with your tax money. Did you think that money was going to last forever? I didn't even get my car with tax money. I got my car from my paycheck. They asked me for $400 down. In 2 weeks, I went back after leaving them $100. After 2 weeks, I took them another $1,200. So that's a total of $1,300 I put down on my car. Without tax money, without help. Once you grow up and you set your mind to do what you need to do for you, there is nothing and no one that can stop you but you. And I know somebody's out there going to ask, well, I had the money, but I still lost it. Money doesn't mean that you're going to keep it. If you do things for the wrong reason, there are a different set of repercussions that you're going to have to deal with. If you set out to personally do someone harm or set someone up to fail, as my mother tells me, while you're digging one ditch, dig two. Because you're going to be right beside them. Don't set someone up to fail, or don't set up to do harm to someone without knowing that it's going to backfire. It may not backfire right at that moment, but it will backfire. And these days, Madam Karma, yeah, she twirling around a lot quicker these days. That's why I don't personally set out to do anything to anybody. I don't see the point. Yes, I can get mad. Yes, I can yell. I can cuss. I can scream like a banshee. I can go punch a brick wall. What good would that do? Crying swells your face up, especially your eyes. You don't want to look like a bug. Screaming messes up the throat, the trachea, and all that. Yeah, we don't want that. Yelling raises the blood pressure and irritates the throat and trachea area and all of this in the neck. Punching a wall, that causes you body pain. Why do you want to inflict pain on yourself? Just you being a responsible adult will cause you pain. Ask me how? Because there will be things that you want to do, places you want to go, things that you want to accomplish, and because you're being a responsible adult, you can't. I'm not saying, life is just hard and mean and cruel. No, not at all. My life is not perfect. As I've said in previous videos, my life is not perfect, but I am content on where my life is going. I don't overindulge. I don't spend frivolously. Even though I do spend money on things that I want, I spend the money on things that I want when I know everything is okay. Now, I'll be honest with you. I bought a 65-inch flat screen for my living room. Should I have spent the money? Not at that time. Do I enjoy my TV? Absolutely. Why did I get it? One reason. I work a full-time job. Willingly. I did not purchase anything for myself since I've been in this location where I live now. So I felt the need to give myself something. I mean, honestly, you need a TV in your living room if you have company or if you have a big family. That's more than you and another person. But I didn't go and spend what I wanted to spend on the TV and the TV stand and the home theater system. No. It's just me. Why do I need to have all of that? Now, the TV stand, yes. You don't want your TV on the floor. But, it is okay to purchase certain things at a certain time. You don't have to go spend it because you have it. Why don't you do the smart thing? Pay off bills, pay your rent, pay your mortgage, take care of the immediate and the pressing, if you're able to. If not, set up a payment arrangement. It's not hard to do. But always treat yourself. Once you take care of home and where you reside, take care of you. Don't ever leave yourself out. Do not put yourself on the back burner and put everybody else first. Don't do that. I've done that. That was not okay. I shouldn't have done it, but I did it. I had to learn my mistakes on my time. Even when everybody was telling me to stop doing this, stop doing this, stop doing that, I didn't listen. I just did because I had it. But you always have to remember one thing. When you don't have it, who can you go to? Remember that. You're so busy doing for other people that when yours is gone, who can you run to? I would definitely like to know the answer to that question. I really would. Never, ever, ever put yourself last. Even in a marriage, don't put yourself last. Don't wait on that other person to do for you. What would you do if they weren't there? What would you do if you had kids by this person? Or what I am seeing a lot more of today, having multiple children by different people. But you want to hold on to the last one because you know you can handle the financial portion of it. You want to have someone there, not because you want them there, but because you need them there. And that person knows it. I refuse to be with somebody that cannot take care of themselves. I'm not going to do it. I don't know how to do it. I can sustain myself in my home, renting bills. But if you can't sustain yourself and you are trying to talk to me, we're going to have the conversation of, do you have your own apartment? Are you getting help for that? Do you pay your own bills? Do you get help for those? Do you have your own vehicle? Do you get help for that? I'm building my credit is already built. I just need to continue doing what I'm doing. Because like I told the person from the previous video, I don't want a credit score in the 600s for the rest of my life. I got my car in 2015. Actually, October 28th, 2015. They wanted me in a 6-year contract. Nope. I got annoyed with having something constantly hanging over my head. So, I did this. Every month, I was paying $243.08 for my car. Every 2 weeks, it was either $243.08 or $245. I got tired of having a contract over my head. I paid my car off in 2.5 years. I had one person I considered to be a true friend. And there was 1 month that I was in fear of them repoing my car. And his exact words are, when they repo your car. When they repo your car. But you're supposed to be my friend. Okay. Well, long story short, I have the title to the same car. The title is in my house. So what I did was to say, ha ha, joke's on you. I took a picture of my title with my iPhone 6s Plus. And I sent the picture And I said, yeah, you said when they repo my car, when they take your car, mm-hmm, take it now. The car is legally mine, completely. That's when the response came. I didn't want them to take your car. So why'd you say it? Are you mad because I was younger than you were when you got your car? Well, your first car? In my name. My car is in my name solely. My money. My credit. My signature. It is completely connected to me. No co-signers, nobody else on the title. It's all me. So I took that as slight jealousy because you lost your first car and I didn't. Well, technically, that wasn't my first car, but we don't want to talk about that. Um, that's what I'm not understanding. It's like you have people that claim to be your best friend, but behind your back, they're secretly wishing you ill. They're secretly wishing against you. This is why I don't have best friends anymore. I trust people about as far as I can push them. And I know it shouldn't be like that, but at the same time, I've been done wrong by so many different people. What am I going to trust you for? You're supposed to be my friend, but yet you're treating me like an enemy behind my back. If I wanted a friend of me, I could go out and find somebody that I don't know, that does not know me, and be like, hey, this is what I'm doing. What do you think about that? So, that BFF status revoked. Now we're just associates. I don't know how else to put it. We're just associates. We've been in, well, now, in my mind, we've been associates for 16 years. I mean, people act like I'm hurt. Behind what? I don't understand. I'm trying to follow, but I can't. How? I, I'm not hurt. When I ended the friendship that I had for no, how old was I? I was 18. Between 13 and 15 years. I'm not trying to count back that far. It's not really important. But I ended that friendship and felt nothing. Absolutely nothing. I mean, my phone is already silencing unknown callers. My voicemail app, I can block you manually by your phone number. So you're blocked there. I blocked you on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat all in 5 minutes. Then I had to change my passwords for Facebook so I can block you and your wife there. Oh, well, your wife I blocked long before you knew about it. But anyway, that's beside the point. Um, anyway, computer acting stupid, and it ain't mine. Anyway, um, so I'm just, when you treat me like crap, and I catch a wind of it the first time, that's your only warning. And when you continue to cross me because your memory is so jacked up you can't remember shit, and I block you, after trying to go down the entire path that we went down in prior months to get you to see what you did to me to fuck this shit up, and you still want to side with somebody else against me after I've offered you screenshots, of the text threads and this and that. I'm done. Bye. Because right now you're causing me drama. You're causing me a headache. You're basically draining me, literally. I mean, I've sent over $2,000 to you because I was a friend. Now, actually, I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there. One credit card that I have maxed out because of you. Am I mad? Nope. Because guess what? My credit score is going to jump. Why, you may ask? How? When you pay more than the minimum amount before the due date, your credit jumps. So, watch those interest fees though, because they might sneak up on you, like I had two of mine do, after you paid more than the minimum amount. So on one of my cards, 25 is the minimum amount. So I would either pay 40 or 50. Not a problem. But 3 weeks later, I'm seeing an interest charge. I just gave you $50. But okay, all right, we'll take that in stride and keep it moving. Sorry, guys, I'm sitting at my computer and I'm tired. This coffee has done nothing. But anyway, this is why I'm not allowing anyone else to ask me for shit. No, hey, can I borrow? Hey, can you send? Hey, can you? No. I don't have it. I can't loan it. I can't send it. What do you want me to do? Squeeze blood out of a turnip? If I don't have it, what makes you think I have it to give to you? Even though I do have it. I do. But you have burned me. Well, not burned. Can't nobody burn me. But you have crossed me more than once. And you still have the balls to ask me if I could help you financially? No. No, ma'am. No, sir. Not at all. Nuh-uh. You had your chance. Now your chance is gone. But I hold no grudges. I just don't forget shit. I have a memory like a freaking elephant. I can remember the time, the day, the month, and what was said. Now, if it was within the current year, of course I remember the year. Previous few years, I can remember that. But we're talking about this year alone. So, you literally crossed me twice without even seeing it. I saw it. That's when I stepped up off your ass. And then you're going to keep sending me Cash App requests to send you $40 here, $30 here, $15 here, $140 there. I may have access to different payment methods, but I'm nobody's bank but mine. And that leads me back to the only thing that revolves around me is my world. What I revolve around is my world. If you're not benefiting me in any way, shape, form, or fashion, you don't exist. You just don't, okay? Nope. Some may say that's wrong. Some may say that's unfair. Well, guess what? I've spent too much time doing for others. Now it's time I do for me. And that started with my TV. I wanted it. Nope, I'm sorry. Back up. I saw, I want, I have. See, want, have. That's how I live now. I see it, I want it, I get it. I'm not letting anyone else's financial issues stop me from doing for me, to get what I want. I don't know what else to tell you. I've been looking at that crookedness. I'm human. Crap happens. Next. You know what? I need to take it off. One moment. Time to brush the mess. Yep, time to brush it. Anyway, I I've done enough for people. I've done enough. Earlier today, I was looking back at some of my pictures on my phone. I was happy before I let people get too close. I was legit happy. Now, I'm getting back to the happy. But I wasn't doing anything for anybody back then. And I'm going to get back to that. I'm going to start doing more things for me. I want to elevate in life, not stay stagnant. I don't like that. I'm not content with that. I'm not okay with that. Whoever is, so be it, to each their own. But not me. I was depressed for a while because I didn't do for me. Self-medicating, sad, depressed, emotional. God. That's gross. But anyway, now that I've gotten past all of that, I'm able to regain control of my life, my emotions, my thoughts, my actions. I no longer self-medicate. I no longer deal with depression. Sadness, it comes, but most times when I feel it coming, I know how to avoid it. Because right now I don't have anything to be sad about. Nothing. By the grace of God, I'm still here. By the grace of God, I have what He has given me. But I don't take anything for granted because it can be stripped away at any moment. And nobody knows when, how, but all I can say is thank God you have what you have. Because a lot of people don't have what you have, that don't have what I have. And stop being so negative. That used to be me. I used to be a negative Nicholas. Now I'm not negative. I don't know how to be negative. Look at your life as the glass half full. Be thankful for waking up in the morning. Be thankful for not being in someone else's shoes that can't see their way out. Yes, I know life gets hard, things go wrong. I understand that. I'm a living witness to it. But look at the glass half full. If you do that, you'll be fine. Me personally, I'm a little childish at times because when I'm thankful and I look at the glass half full, I tend to keep a song on my mind, in my heart. Even while I'm working, I will sit and bounce and just I'll start singing. Um, but I had to get to a different place to where I could really let go of a lot. I had to learn how to let go. And even now, I'm still learning how to let go of certain things. But you know what? We're human. It happens. Some more than others, but I've learned how to let go. And that's something that we all need to do at some point or another. Learn how to let go. If it's not going to benefit your life, benefit your finances, benefit your mental, your emotional, your spiritual, or anything to benefit you, let go. And that's boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, friends, family members, anything that's not bringing you happiness, anything that's not bringing you joy, let go. Just let go. I'm not saying just throw your hands up and give up. No. Letting go does not mean you're giving up. Letting go means you're giving up trying to have control. Because we can't control everything that goes on in our lives. Let go. If it's hurting you, damaging you, putting you in depression, making you sad, making you seclude yourself from life, let go. If you don't want to let go, that's fine. I know there's some things I didn't want to let go of. So try to fix it. If you can't fix it, or if the other party is not willing to help fix the situation, walk away. And I've had to learn how to do that. Walk away. Because there is nothing and nobody on this planet that is worth you sacrificing yourself. Whether it's love, finances, significant others, family members, hell, high water, however you want to word it, there is nothing on this planet that is worth you sacrificing who and what you are. My mom was always trying to teach me that. Put you first. Put you first. Not this one, not that one, or that one either. Put you first. Do what makes you happy, within reason. I'm not saying, you saw somebody in a movie, jump off a cliff into the ocean. Not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all. But, if you want to go rock climbing, please do with safety, please. If you want to go scuba diving, do it. If you want to drive across country, that's a lot of driving. I'm just saying. If you want to pick up a new skill, start drawing, start painting, go back to school, do it. Do what benefits you. And stop caring about what others say, think, or feel. If you, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say that, but I'm not going to say that. Um, and I think everybody knows where I was going with that. But you can't say I said it. I did not say that. No, ma'am. No, sir. I didn't say it. Mm-mm. But do what makes you happy. Live for you. Because if you don't live for you, nobody else will. You have to fulfill you. You need to be with you, learn you. And I'm not talking about, going out every night, club hopping, bar hopping. No. Be with you. Because at the end of the day, all you really have is you. And that's okay. I mean, yes, we all have friends, sorry, let me back up. We all have families. We can't pick the families we're born into. I prefer, I like mine, on my mom's side. I'm just saying. But, we all have families that we were born into. A lot of you have friends. But if you get that feeling that you can't trust a friend, go with it. Go with it. Don't say anything. Just sit back and watch the show. That's all you got to do. Sit back and watch the show. Because sooner or later, you will see why you got that feeling. Trust me. You will see why you got that feeling. I follow it. Wow. But, you know, I have to backtrack a little bit. My birth father, I don't care for. We have not spoken since I was I don't know. But it's been several years. And I I was looking for him. I found what was then a current number that I called. And the woman that answered the phone, I swear to you, it's like I was the devil himself. And I guess I ruffled her feathers by giving her my name and who I was looking for. Whatever you two went through is not my problem, not my issue, and I really don't care. And that was in, what year was that? I don't know, but I know it was no more than 10 years ago. Wow. Sorry, I just had a flashback of me 10 years ago. Um, but I honestly have never claimed him as my father. Never. But the man I do call dad actually cares about me and is concerned about my well-being. Um, we FaceTime almost every night, and I'm good with that. Knowing my father's children, I don't have time. I don't. Because if my mom can find you on Facebook, that means you can find me on Facebook. My mom sent all of you ugly heifers a message and nobody had the balls to respond. You're garbage. I think one of the heifer's names is Latasha. I think, I don't know, don't care. She can go, you know, take a long walk off a pier. If you land in the boat, you land in a boat. You, if you levitate, you levitate. You land in the water, you land in the water. But I wish them nothing. Literally nothing. Now, it is okay to not wish them well. Well, let me go back. It is not okay to have ill feelings towards someone, to wish them bad. But it is perfectly fine not to wish anything. What I've done is everyone that has done something to me, doesn't matter what form. If you feel wronged, if they've done you wrong, this is what I do. I gather everyone together in a little box in my mind, and I put them in a box. Then I put that box inside of a vault in my mind that is so far back, you will never remember it's there. That's what I've learned to do. And my father is in there. His children are in there. And there's a few people that are in there. Well, I hope they're having fun, or I hope they're in good company, because I will never, ever, ever look for you. Ever. I've come too far to look back. I cannot look back. Now, you had the opportunity to be a part of my life, and you chose to continue to be a coward. That's fine. I don't need you, don't like you, don't want you. You are just someone that helped my mom have me. In other words, you're a sperm donor. You are a sorry, low-life, low-budget sack of shit. And that is another video for another time, which I might do later on today. I'm not sure. But I know since I'm live, we're almost at an hour. I just want to leave you with this. Stay strong. I know there's a lot going on. You have a lot weighing on you. I get it. Stay strong. Don't give up and don't give in. Once you give up and give in, you have nothing left. And I don't want to see that for any of you. Just, even though it's hard, look at the glass half full and draw your strength from someone that gave you love. Whether it's your mom, your dad, your aunt, uncle, grandmother, grandparent. Look to them for strength. Whether they're here or not. If they're not here, God rest their souls. But that's what I do. I still have my mom, but my grandmother was my rock and my strength. Look for your strength. You'll find it when you least expect it. You'll feel it when you least expect it. I promise you it'll get better. I don't know when, I don't know how. But trouble does not last always. You'll be fine. I promise you. Just don't give up yet. You don't have to. It'll get better. Just hold on just a little while longer. Everything will be okay. Well, I'm going to leave you with that, and I'll see you later.